I'm going to fix my favorite sombrero first, and then we're going to fix one of my planes that's not quite my favorite at all. That would be better. I'm sure in no time somebody will show up and tell me I'm doing that right. Say Drew, say Uncle Sam got you. I'm glad you showed up. Hello, the Flying Smurf. I love your name. I almost decided to be Papa Smurf. Thought it would be suitable. The truth is, I couldn't decide which Smurf I wanted to be. Like a little bit hefty, a little bit brainy, a little bit artsy. But mostly now, Papa. With the white beard, it's hard to put it away. Oh man, broke my thread already. Already too tough for sewing. Dang it. I had an idea I might be. See if that 7th grade home ec class pays off. Oh! Do it. Is it gone? Is this my last of the bottle? Can't be. Got a fresh bottle somewhere. Sure. There we go. Need a little spot. Hmm. Absolutely accidentally threw that needle. Immediately recovered it to my surprise. I think I'm a little rougher than what a seamstress should be. Maybe. Maybe not tough enough. Not bad. Not the worst. Ooh. Could be better. That's better. Thanks, Ian. What's going on, Plywood? How you doing? How's everybody? What's going on, Robert? Who else is in here? Flying Smurf. My hat rips all the time. I like my knife. Damn, Smurf. How you doing? Jesus. All right. I'm back. So I've got a plane. One of those things. I've got a chip on the blade, I think. And I put it away and I never dealt with it. I think it's one of my cheaper planes. But we try to make good tools work here, so I'm gonna bust that thing out and start working on it, see if I can get it looking like something. Give me a quick second, see if I can find it. Ugh. That's our guy. I think this is the one. Try them out. Yep. I don't know if you can see that mix right here. So I'm gonna have to cut that blade down a little bit and then re-bevel it. This is Stanley. I believe this one was more of a handyman version. I don't think this one was necessarily a fine woodworking. It is the only one I've got, Stanley, that's got plastic handles. So, but I do think we can get this blade good. And we're gonna get started on it right now. Robert says, yeah, they use lots of blue in the 70s or 80s. Yeah. I did a little research, not a lot on it. But that's the little information I have on it. Orlando says, my grandfather had a bigger one. I would, this is gonna, no diddy or whatever. But I would love a bigger plane. I would love a number 5 Stanley or Sweetheart or something like that. But I'll get there. I figure once I master what I got, I'll be ready for something better. Something better. Now, my technique of dealing with this may not appeal to everyone. I'm going to warn you ahead of time, okay? Yeah. I'm going to start with a file. And I would ordinarily do this in a vise, but I want to be camera friendly to my audience. So I'm going to try to fasten it right here on the front of my bench so you can see it. The what? Oh, that's too big. Hold on. Wait, she'll love you. Hold on. You don't love me like I love you. Wait. That wasn't good for it. I had a challenge at one time sharpening G the blade, but I can't handle it much better now. What was that pop? I don't know what that was. Oh, I think I just reached the end of my threads on my F-clamp, and it just gave a little bit. But now we are solid. We are in place. Let's get it. Now here's our culprit. We got to get it all the way across. Sure. The first thing that I do here. Get my little Sharpie and I go right across the edge of that blade. Right across it. And on my side of this, if you want to see it, let me see this. On my side of this, that way, when I start to chop this top off, I want to see a clean line all the way across. It should look virtually the same from either direction. So, there's a bit of starter yes. I know it's gonna hurt your feelings. You see how that piece is missing right there? And you see another little chip right here? You want that clean, straight line. And now I'm watching for thickness so I can make sure I'm going the same depth. Awful, don't it? Still there. A little bit of ruffle. Well, they got a little bit of ruffle. Said away. You don't love me like I love you. I knew that was gonna hurt some feelings. This will too. You have to trust me. I've been doing this for several weeks. Virtually an expert. Oh no, it's gross. But we gotta get that thing. We gotta get it. Tribe Called Quest said that. There might be something. Something. Let's clean out this again. Some oil might help the process. It might. Where is our best friend? Where is our best friend? Where is our best buddy? Dang it. Where are you, combination square? Tomfoolery and haberdashery is see. I'm checking for square before anything else. You look dead square. You see no light. Happy with that. Now we can get back to our bevel. Gosh darn it. This is going to be some real serious sharpening. I'm going to try to get that down with just the stones and try not to have to get involved with power tools and heavy artillery. So we'll just take a little bit of time and put it on that 400 grit and see if we can make it do what it do. I'm also going to check this to make sure this is nice and true. Looks good. Chip breaker looks good. All right. Get started with the 400. Of course, we're going to need to start a show, as always. That's all this. Magic little honing guide. Again, I got mine for like $3 on Temu. You can get them lots of other places of varying qualities, but I haven't needed something better yet. Not yet. I'll let you know if it gets there. Alright, here we go. I'm using an Amazon Basics because this is what I own. It's not sponsored, but it seems to work for me. Amazon Basics whetstones with 400 grit, 1,000 grit, 3,000 and 8,000 grit. And it also came with a flattening stone. Robert says, is the taupe painted black? No, those are actually plastic. If we're referencing the same thing. A lovely sound, said Ian. We're back to some more lovely sounds. I know that was an older chat. I want to give you my time and attention, brother. Alright. I don't know if we're quite at working the burr off the back yet, but I guess it's a good habit, right? We're going to need quite a few passes. Get this bevel back. You take our time and work it out. I appreciate your likes and your subscribes. If you've done any of that, thank you. If you haven't, alright, that's what it is. But I love you anyway, my friend. You can still watch me for free. No problem. Want to flatten an inch or two on the back anyways, says Robert G. Orlando says, that's looking good. Thank you, sir. I do. It's not bad. We got the tip started. We're going to have to work our way all the way back down that though. But it's really not looking as bad as I thought. But that doesn't mean it's sharp at all. So looks can definitely be deceiving. Clean off our debris. Whatnot. So what have y'all been up to? What is going on? It's Friday night. Ian says one of my hidden talents is to be able to put a razor's edge on almost anything that's metal. Wow. Is that a hidden talent though? Because I would imagine people would know that about you pretty quick. They're like, Ian, could you pass me a knife? And you're like, here's a fork. Shing shing. But it's sharp fork. I have the opposite talent. I have the ability to take anything sharp and immediately make it dull and next to useless. This is why I'm developing this talent, this skill set, I should say. I got some really exciting mail today from a good buddy. Oh man, my freaking computer's about to die. But look it, I got these. They're emulsions, sharpening emulsions. I got to get stuff for them. You put them on the strop. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna probably try them today. Plywood says heavy metal music. Yes, please. I mean, it's Ozzy's Rapture Week. Why not? Just give me a hand file and some time, says Ian. I bet you could do it. But I'm going to need 2 seconds. I think the jig comes in handy. That jig for me is absolutely necessary. I'm going to be right back so I can plug my computer in so I don't lose y'all on the chat. West does it? West does it? West does it? What's he doing? I'm back. Thank you for staying. All right. Let us continue our sharpening expedition. I'm going to take a quick beverage break. Shout out to our sponsor, water. Just kidding, I don't have a sponsor. I once put an edge on a shovel, says Ian. I put an edge on a 10-year-old cheap machete. Slices like paper. But again, it's a brand new skill set for me. But I'm working on it. Billy. Hey Matthew, what's going on? Thanks for joining us in the chat. We started out with a quick sewing lesson. And now we moved on to hand planes. Let me get this back in the water. While that happens, I'll inflate another set of gloves. Why are these so hard for me? Because I got man hands. So got the power. That 400 grit is going to take forever to get that bevel back, says Texas Grizzly Vet. You think so? Let's see. You think we should just go ahead and jump on the old 80 grit, knock it down, and then move our way back up? Is that what you're suggesting? Is that what you're saying to me right now? Because, you know, we can do that, you know. Thanks again a lot for letting me be a part of your journey on YouTube and letting me be a moderator for your YouTube channel. Man, you already know. It would be pretty easy to put on. Thank you, Ian, for the glove strategy, because I needed it. I'm going to show y'all something. And I didn't plan this. This is just how the universe works. You see what I'm doing right now? You see what I'm doing right now? Yeah, I know. How do you get it tight? Like carpenters get everything tight with a shim. Friend, just a doggone shim. Well, maybe two shims. Two shims is how we get it tight. Shim over here, shim over there. Still want to be flatter than that though, right? Still want to be flatter than that. Just keep wedging wood in here until something locks it in. Struggling with that little piece of wood. Wouldn't be right if I didn't hit it with a mallet at least one. At least one. Alright. There we go. It was a little faster. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Let's keep going though. Say some 36 grit will take more off faster. Ask you how you know. I know how. I know how you know. I got to know how you know. I think this is 60, maybe 80. Roll it around. I feel like we're getting some real action here, though. Good belt sander action. We're about halfway along that edge right now. I'm gonna try to get it all the way back. I like that I can turn this a little bit. Get me some more material. Look at this busting out of these things. I'm proud, I'm telling you. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. We're getting closer to razor sharp. Yeah. Some of them call it scary sharp. Yeah. But no thing walking this earth gets sharper than West does. Alright. We'll see you. We'll see you when you come back, bud. Thanks for hanging out. Woo. We're looking good right now. Looking good right now, my friend. Let's go ahead and jump on that 400 in. Some of that needed to happen too. Some of that needed to happen too. You knew it now. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Alright, let's see what that 400 do. Maybe have a couple of cheeses. Back to the fold. Back on the 400 grit stones. Wet stones with an H, because that's a fancy way to do it. West Savage, that's right. That's right, brother. It's been a rough week for the squared circle, brother. All the little Hulkamaniacs, Hulksters, Cubesters, and varying other athletic personnel laid their heads down. Anguish is one of our brothers. We don't want the glory. Yeah. Go a little further on this 400, and then we're going to go ahead and see if we've got an edge. If we do, we're going to move on up. See if we can get that edge to slice something. There's some razzle dazzle happening here. Try the old cut the piece of paper trick. Nope. Yeah. 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 Let's go. forward with our journey. We're going to up it to the 1000 grit here. I want to take a quick second to double check for the flattening. Clean it off. And then we're going to drop it back down. It's a 1000 grit right there. Got our honing guide. And at this point, it's just easy money. All we got to do, give ourselves a little time and patience. Consistent pressure on the front end of this without heavy pressure. You don't want to dig into the stones. You want to be a robot. Start and stop as close as you can to the same place. Fluid. Clean that stone off. Then we're going to work back side. So that's our favorite side to work. Don't work without it. Get a little excess water. Matthew is back. Mark the edge with a Sharpie before your next step and you'll see where it's taking off material. It says Texas Grizzly bit. Well, we have already gone all the way from dulling this thing down dead flat on the top to getting that edge back. So I think we're past that stage. We got us a nice little edge happening right now. It's a nice little, I think. Let me get this stone clear again. I don't like to sharpen in the trash of the sharpenings, you know. Old King Crow says, love your stuff, man. I don't care for lives, but I wanted to stop in and say, keep being you. Man, I appreciate that. And I thank you for making the exception to come hang out and at least shout me out. That's a blessing, and I appreciate it. Thanks for not hating me. I love it. We're getting there. We are getting there. You'd be a hard dude to hate. I don't know, man. You would be surprised at what I have to delete off of my posts. Like, there's some weird folks out there. And I also got an ex-wife might argue with you about that too. That's pretty easy to hate, bro. Alright, we've moved up to the 3000 grit on our set. And this is when we're getting into some really fine sharpening. We should be able to do our task with what we came off of just now, but this should give us a better edge, give us more capacity. I don't know if it gives us more longevity. But if we start sharp, I think that's the best place to start. I was surprised that YouTube didn't put my boat content out there at all. Like, or YouTube following didn't care about it at all. I was so proud of that thing. I was going to build another one, but don't think I should if it ain't gonna get any attention. Matthew got a Tomahawk clone from Canada. From Canada. Tire and Magic. But the Tomac T18 and CNB carbon boron nitrate or something like that wheel is the Cadillac of sharpening machines. Awesome. Love the mallet handle. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got all those mallets sitting right here next to me on that bench over there. So Matthew, it sounds like you enjoy that sharpening tool. You got a good collection of knives and planes and such. Did we discuss this already? I'm a little forgetful. We have graduated to our 8,000 grit right here. We are shooting for something super sharp at this point. 8 stacks. I'm still removing material. I can still see shaving coming off, so something's happening. Clean that off, hit it one more time, and then we'll move on to our strops. See what that's all about. Again, this is the 8,000 grit I'm on right now. Matthew, those Tomahawks, Tormex are so speedy, says Scooby Dooby. What up, Scoob? CNB wheels are the best, says Texas Grizzly Vet. What's a CBN wheel? I guess it's a brand. And is that the wheel that rotates this way as opposed to this way? I'm not sure how that orientation should be communicated. Carbon boron nitrate. Diamonds. Yes and no, but to sharpen chisels, planes, axe, etc. It's really a game changer. Oh, dang, I was trying to say Tormex are spendier than money. Gotcha. Let's see, I know nothing about the latest, greatest sharpening technology. I'm over here being a caveman until I get good at it. But I gotta say, I'm not mad at that edge right now. We're gonna go ahead and take this off with a jig. Clean up the water a little bit. Take a strop. 50 cents, get the strop. use the same jig you use, Wes, with inexpensive diamond stones, and they work great. Awesome. Gouges too, and I love it, says Matthew. It's a slow, wet, grinding round stone that I have. And there's a strop too. Nice. Love that edge. Look at it. Look at the tippity tip of that. The tippity. Just the, yeah. Now. Got this in the mail today. 6-micron diamond emulsion by Cutting Lace EDC. I got this for free. As a gift. So I'm trying it. Let's see if it's worth a cat's patootie. Very blue. I don't want to waste it. I hope we're doing it right. All right. And there's a strap too. My dog dug up a plane iron in the yard. I'm working on restoring it. It's the Scooby-Doo. Sharpening it will be a whole nother project. That is wild. That is wild. I would love something like that to happen to me. That's going to be an adventure for sure. The wheels turn in water in a water bath all the time, so the blade will never be hot. It will stay cold. Matthew, I think I've seen something similar to that. Not in person, but just on sharpening videos that I've been binge watching to try to learn how to do some of this stuff. Let's see how sharp this blade is. Let's do that. Let's find one of them goddamn pieces of paper everybody wants. Slice up some of this. Let's see. Oh my God. I didn't even realize I was slicing it. It was slicing it so small. I'm not even exaggerating. Listen, I am not putting pressure. I'm just letting this thing drag across the paper. That's just the weight of the blade doing that. I'm very, very impressed. That's amazing. That was pretty amazing for me. And this is the first time I'm using this at all. I'm gonna have to write him a review. That was her, Lacey. And I'll see if I can find a way to do a video for it and put a link in it. That was cool. Let's put this puppy back together and see if we can make something. This is supposed to be a cheapo Stanley, but it seems to have very similar parts as the ones we're all after. Let's see if we can make it perform like them. I may need to back that off a little bit. We have to keep a little sliver of space. Something like that. Where's the phone? Gotta put it on the phone. What do I do with my lever? This one I have to loosen that screw a little bit every time. And then tighten it back a little bit every time, but it just won't do completely right if I don't. But we can now test the plane itself, see if we can pull a decent shaving with it now that we've gotten some stuff done to it. What do I got wood? Besides everywhere. Alright, let's go to the old homemade gadgetry. This is a chunk of ancient problems. See if we can get a shaving from it. Back off a little bit. Back off a little more. Alright. Now we'll creep up on it. A little at a time. How'd you get so loose? She's kind of. Alright, now we're touching. That was holding worth a damn. That'd be. This is crazy how thin these are. Like that's just an old chunky beat up 2x4. And I'm getting that from it. And you can, you know, you can tell when you hear that sound, right? Thin like spider webs. Very exciting stuff. I am so glad to get this plane working this well. I was worried about it a little bit. And now I am elated. I've got 3 really good working Stanleys right now. They're all number 4s. One's from England. This one. That one's USA. And this one, although also filthy, is also a USA number 4 Stanley. The one from England is a little bit bigger, like in order. This one gets a little bigger, that one gets a little bigger. They're all number 4s, and it's not a significantly bigger difference, but it is. But if you're back here at the back, you can see they all start in the same place, but just a little bit longer. And those two. I'll plug y'all back in before you cut out on me. What's up, Mike? What's good, Kevin? Moving junk out of the way. Moving out of the way. Mike, we just tuned my Stanley, my other Stanley, number 4. I think I'll call this one Larry. And this is brother Daryl, and this is his other brother Daryl. But either way, we got all these bad boys good. I'm gonna put them back on the shelf. Let's see if any of these other ones need some work. I don't even know how excited I am that this worked out. Your paws are too big for a number 4 planes. Love my number 6. Man, you must have massive hands. Like me busting out of these gloves. These are smalls. It's too small for me. Come on, everyone. Let's double tap for that like. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. Mike said too many fingers. Mike is my very first subscriber to the membership portion of my channel, and I'm grateful and will champion for him forever. Thanks, Mike. Check out Mike's making stuff. It's good content. He is doing multiple projects at a time, so you'll be able to see a bunch of different stuff over there. Right now he's chiseling out this huge tree to build a scene in it, and it's going to be amazing, because I haven't seen him do anything that's not amazing yet. And he's building a lathe. Anyway, go over there and check that out. That's crazy. He's doing it over there. I really enjoy it. So the 3 or 4 of y'all that just left, I hope you went to go check out Mike. For you that stayed, I'm not threatening you with my knife or nothing, but I wish you would hit that like button. That's on me. I should have said that when we met. I should have let you know who I was. And that's my bad. But now that we are closer, I think it's time that we communicate better. And, you know, that you get to know that I actually do like the like button. I don't talk about it a lot, but it's one of those things that, like, you know, that you could do. Yeah, I mean, you could do it. You could also tell me what you want me to build, and I can get started on that. Otherwise, I'm gonna do another mallet because you know that's what I do. I enjoy the mallets. I have to light these incense over here to keep the vibes good. But I know fire scares y'all in the workshop, so I try to keep it off camera. TJ, what's up? Happy Friday. Text Grizzly Vet said like, subscribe. And Kevin said what's up to TJ, because TJ is like our Norm Peterson over here. Matthew says a mallet with purple heart. Robert says I want to see a cane build. Yo, I want to do both of those things. Purple heart I don't have here right now, as I am only pilfering random pieces of wood from my own tragic collection at this house. But I do still have all the stuff to make more of these. I do want to work on some new handle designs. I think that's going to be part of my thing. I like handle designs, you know what I'm saying? This is for my buddy Carnage. I gotta figure out how to get that to Canada this weekend. And then this, you know what I'm saying? So I can always build more mounts. I really love mounts. A purple heart cane would be cool too. Cane with a mallet head. Listen, I just found out there's a thing called a war cane, right? Which is a cane with a big bulky head. Now this one I'm building for a friend of mine, and the design, you know, it's fairly clear that some of the intentions here are, you know, lifestyle based. But I feel like I made it too thick and too heavy. And I want to trim it down before I put the finish on it. Maybe we can just do that now. Like, why put it off, right? TJ says I have to make a mallet. I was making 2 last year. One came out that went to my dad, who gifted me my table saw and my life. Shout outs to your pops. Fist bump on that one. Live oak makes a hard mallet. Get a chunk from a tree service in your area. I might be able to get that from a tree in my backyard. I've got tons. I live in the woods. I've got tons of trees out there, and they fall all the time. Branches are all over the place. I'll go out there and cut something. Make the shaft octagonal. Yes. Yes, Robert. I need an idea like that. Something that I have not done, and yet it's cool. So that's what we're gonna do. How? Oh, let's see. See what we got. I got these. 2 of them. So, maybe a little of that action and the planer. Did I say planer? I should say plane, so that I would sound like a real woodworker, right? Alright, let's see if we can flip the camera script. Hold on tight. Get my life together over here. Let's try perhaps a different position. See, I got to keep it plugged in too while I'm doing this. And that's the task. So we could lock that down that way, and we could take off some of that. Skim it right off. Got a couple of good sharp tools, right? Where would I need to clamp it to hold it? Probably here would keep me from bumping it with my plane. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. Trying to give you a good view of some of this nonsense that I'm doing. Let's say he sits here. He sits there, locks that down. That's good. But can I just do one? Can I just do one? Let hold it though. Let's see. Hold up. All right. Not too mad at that. They're floating on one end, so maybe I'll put a little piece of wood underneath to keep from bouncing and such. Let's see. What 2x4 might do. Let's make some defined marks. So we'll go to the same place. Striving thing. Give me 1 second while I figure out how to consistently make the same line on this here thing. That movement. Alright, let's get started. What do we say? Sorry y'all, I missed the chat for a little bit. Chamfer Butt, Working Greens, Tuckwood West, USS Constitution, Live Oak Ridge because of the strength. Purple Heart and Black Walnut for the narrow haired black. Hello everyone, says Flossie. Hey Flossie! Black Marco, Stroke Shade. Saw like a rasp, clean, get the cleanest and most consistent. I'm gonna go with this plain and see what it do. Let's see what it do. Oh, snap. Now, has that ever happened to you? Came completely off. It's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever experienced that. Alright, something ain't right. Let's fix it. I think we didn't seat it right. I would imagine it's an operator error. Oh no, that whole pin jumped out. Is it the right way? Look at that. It's unusual. It shouldn't be there. Fix my plane. Right in the middle of my plane. Is that not the right part? So I go through there, it's not going to grab. I may need to move back. Frog. You get a screwdriver. You get a proper screwdriver. You get to the bottom of this. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, they are reverse thread, but it's so high. Like this one is weirdly high with the pin in it. Much higher than the others. So I don't know. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. But it doesn't look like the most functional design. I will say that. Let's see if we can get this to seat down. So I'm going to have to move my frog to compensate for that, because I'm having to go back too far to make contact. Look at me learning about things. And I'm going to have to experiment a little bit with this one, because we want the frog to sit right at the mouth, but that ain't going to be the case here. And then we're just going to have to back it back. Way tight on the floor, it's too close. I need to do it in incremental millimeters. something works. Maybe that's why this is considered the cheap stamp. Alright, I think we got action. Yeah. She's gonna back it up. Back it up some more. Aggressive. It is giving me this bevel right here, which I don't actually hate at all. I did taper this a little bit, so maybe that's why that's happening. I ain't really mad at it. I ain't mad at that, family. I'm really not. We'll do a little bit more on this side. That is like butter smooth. So I think this means I'm going to just keep flipping this cane. I'm going to let this taper do its own, and I'll just make sure it's the same on the end with the little jig we've already set up. Boom. Happy back. Let's see. It's so cute. I love these little swirly curlies. Alright, here we go again. Oh, we got a lot. Whole freaking table in place real quick. Let's see. Another flip, another truth, another flip, another two, another reason, another season, sometimes I forget y'all even in here with me. Welcome back, Matt. Bad host. Bad host. I'm sorry. I want something to drink. I need some water. Got snacks. Sorry, y'all, I gotta keep the power alive. Number 5 is alive. Oh, don't do that. Oh. Get a good height. Hmm. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. I'm trying. Yeah, pretty good. Makes me feel like a little needs to come off of that plane though. See, it's a bit more symmetrical. We'll knock a little bit more off of it though. Yeah, that's better. But I wonder if we don't want to narrow the whole thing a little bit. Why not? Whew. Back 'em up. Back 'em up. Whew. I'm gonna have to frickin' lock you down. God dang it. Just trying to be cute about it. There's just no reasoning with it. Hey, why are you so loosey-goosey? Lord of mercy. Where is my older sweet holder of all good things? Sorry I left you. I don't know what I was thinking. chisels. Definitely have mallets. I could take one of these chisels. Son of a cockroach. Like 3 more swipes. 3. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do it one-handed. God dang it. Now, we are narrowing in all directions. Kind of want to continue that. And then put some finish on it. But that was freaking exhausting. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe I'm gonna turn it in for the evening. Maybe I'll see y'all later. I should have had a question too. Just building AC, don't fix it, looking good. Where's, thanks, Robert. All right. So I guess we're all done here. This worked. Octagon shaped handle. And I think I may refine that more. I mean, I'm sure I will. I'm weird about symmetry. So I'm gonna probably get this to taper even more so that we can get to a little bit narrower situation. But overall, I think it's looking way better than before. And I might even come back up this side with the taper, just bring that octagon up. My worry is hitting the head of this thing with the plane. And my spoke shaves are good for removing material. They're not super accurate. So I worry a little bit about pulling it off. Check for a Shinto rasp. That is a fantastic idea. I don't have one, but I definitely could use one. And I'll definitely look for one. Maybe I'll order one, see when it gets here, and we'll continue this project. In the meantime, I'll be doing some other junk, because I'm always doing some other junk. And if y'all get bored enough to come hang out with me, I'd appreciate it. And anytime you want to, you're welcome to. Yeah, this is a cane, Flossie. I made this out of a 3-piece. This is oak, pine, and oak again. It's thick, it's heavy, which I like, but I think I want to take a little bit of a mass off of it just to get to something not quite as powerful Although I do like that for me. But I don't need a cane just yet. Or a defense stick. So. Nice work. Sending love from Connecticut. Thank you. Sullivan Scientific. Appreciate it. Flossie says, I really like it. Matthew says, you got a coarse and a fine side. Yeah. On that rasp. Now, I've got rasp. I've got automotive rasp and I've got drywall rasp. I don't think those are the same thing. But I'll look into it because I absolutely know a rasp would do good on this if one was strong enough to pull this material off, and then I could just sand down smooth and I could get everything going. But I like the handle on this thing so much. I just like it. I built it for comfort and strength for my partner who I built it for. But we'll see. And then we'll get around to prettying it up. Thank you everybody for coming out. I mean it. I do appreciate it. Every time somebody shows up on this live, it helps me a little bit in little ways. And even if that way is a self-esteem way, I'm still happy to get it. So thank y'all. Hope y'all have a great night. A lot of good creators in the room. I hope y'all get a chance to see them all. Anyways, I'm out. Peace, blessings. West does it.